open houses. It's something that some people love, some people hate. It's a love-hate relationship. I'm going to tell you how to do an open house today and make it extremely successful where you drive a ton of traffic in there because that's what you ultimately want is a ton of people to come in. So I'm going to teach you some tips and tricks on how to do that today and make sure that you have done all that you could do to actually get this property sold and be able to pick up more clients in the long run. And so first off, as I get going, I just want to make sure you realize that an open house, you got to think, okay, let's think about this. What is your purpose for the open house? What's your purpose? Is it to get buyers? Is it to get more people, more sellers? What's your purpose? What's your reason for wanting to do the open house? First off, if you're thinking it's all for buyers and that you're just going to get a ton of random people come into your house that just happen to be driving by, and then you get upset when that doesn't happen, there's only one person to blame, and that's you. It's because you didn't choose to do the things that need to happen. The marketing, because that's what we are. We are a marketer. We market to people and show them. And then what do we also do? We're a broker, even real estate agents. Your job is to broker deals. Okay, you're just doing it under the license of a broker. But your job is to broker deals. So our job is to go out there, meet people, and then bring people to those homes and to broker deals between them. So if we're just putting signs out front, posting it online, and praying that people show up to our open house and it doesn't happen, we didn't do a good job marketing. So what happens? Do you not do an open house anymore, or do you market it different? I'm going to show you how to market it a little different. Okay, so first off, you got your open house. Okay, it's this coming week, next weekend. You're planning out your week ahead of time, which includes an open house at the end of the week, and it's on, say, Saturday or Sunday. Okay, so we got the date scheduled. So now what's our ideal client? It's our ideal client that we're going to attack each day using that open house as the reason. Okay, using the open house as the reason, we have an ideal client that we're going to go after each day. So Monday comes around. What do you got planned today to make sure that open house is crazy successful? What do you got planned? Okay, so here's my suggestion. The circle prospecting. So we've got a house in a neighborhood of a bunch of homes, okay? And if it's a country property, it's no different. You're just going to look for the next closest neighborhoods because they obviously, usually like that neighborhood. And we're going to use that neighborhood for our country property. Okay, so it's the same thing for country property. But let's just say, for instance, to make it ease of explanation, you got a property in a neighborhood and we've got to circle prospect around that property. So we have, say, a neighborhood of 200 homes. Okay, say 200 homes. We want to keep the actual neighborhood where the house is at, the street it's on, for a specific day. Okay, that's a specific day of the week that you're going to focus on, right? My suggestion is Monday or Tuesday. Okay, but all the other houses around it is another day of prospecting. And this is a day you prep for, meaning you can have flyers, you can have all those things if you want, but I don't use them and I don't suggest them. Okay, you have some business cards in your pocket. Maybe have one flyer and show it to them that it's that if you want to do that. But best thing is just to invite. Our goal is to invite. We want to invite people to come, and we need to get a yes or no answer from the people we're inviting. This isn't going to be a scary conversation. It's a simple script, simple conversation of will you come and visit me at this open house we're doing over here? Do you know anyone that's wanting to come to this open house over here? Pretty common that most people know somebody in a neighborhood they choose to move to. So it's pretty common that you might know somebody that wants to move into your neighborhood that's shopping right now and that's looking for a home. This is a chance to get them in the door. So the script is very easy, right? So let's just say that day one, we choose to hit that neighborhood outside of our streets that the open house is on. So say it's on fake address street. We're going to leave that one alone. My suggestion is leave the one next street over and the one next street over on the other side. So now we got 3 streets that we're just going to leave alone, and we're going to door knock 100 houses around that. Or my suggestion is until you've talked to a minimum of, say, 10 to 20 people. Because the goal is to talk to 20 people a day. That should be your goal in real estate. 100 people a week, 20 people a day. all right, and adding 5 new people to your database each day. So this is an easy way to do it is stay away from those 3 streets, one in the middle, sandwiched in the middle, 2 outside, and just start door knocking 100 houses around it or until you've talked to 20 people in those neighborhoods and given 20 invites. One of the 2 things, okay? Now, the reason why I say no flyers is because when you have flyers in your hand, you have something in your hand, you kind of look like you're a door-to-door salesman. And that's not what you are, right? You're not a door-to-door salesman. You're actually inviting people to an event, a fun event too. So now we're going to door knock 100 around that, or until you talk to 20 people, and the script is simply this. Hi, we're doing an open house over on 1235 fake address, and the seller, it's a special open house. The seller really wants us to invite neighbors to come in. Now talk to the seller, make sure they understand the importance of this, the importance that one of your neighbors knows somebody that wants to move into this neighborhood. This is the reason why it's an important script to have. So we told the seller that we're going to invite all the neighbors to see who they know that might want to move into the neighborhood. So we wanted to give you an invite to this special open house we're going to have in the neighborhood over on 1235 fake address. Ultimately, we know somebody that wants to move into the neighborhood. So my question is will you come? And if they say yes, you say, great, I promised the seller that I would do this as well. Do you know of anyone looking to buy, anyone looking to buy or sell real estate? And if they say no, you say, no problem. Just know it's an open invitation. If you decide to come, or if you hear of someone wanting to buy or move into this neighborhood, send them over there. It's on this Saturday at 1 to 5. By the way, I promised the seller I'd do this. Do you know of anyone that wants to buy or sell real estate? They're going to say yes or no. Sometimes they're going to say no. Occasionally you're going to get a yes. I do know my cousin, my brother, my aunt, my uncle. This is what I used to do when I used to door knock, and it worked really well. I don't do that anymore. The script's changed quite a bit. But I used to say, hey, we're doing an open house over at this property. I hope you'll come. Maybe you can make it. And I wouldn't actually give the invite, but I would turn around and start walking away right away. And what would happen is they'd be like, oh, I know that property, and I'd stop, turn right back around. Now they've engaged you, so you can come back. I used to do that. It used to work really well, but these days, not so much. These days, we really need to give that invite. So it's changed. The script's changed. You get better over time. You do better over time. So now I actually say, will you come? You got to give them an invite. You want that yes or no answer. Right? So now I hit a done. That's Monday. That might take, that's 100 homes or until I talk to 25 people. That might take you 1 hour to 2 hours to hit that. Usually if you're just passing out flyers like we used to do in the olden days and just leave them on the doorstep, waste of your time, by the way, waste of paper, and you'll get a fine if they start flying around the neighborhoods. Littering. Okay. We used to do that, and we could hit 100 doors in about an hour. Okay, 100 doors in an hour. And we would hire, someone in high school that just needs a little gas money and say, hey, here's 25 bucks. Go pass out 100 flyers, take you an hour. That's $25 an hour. So if you're actually door knocking and talking to people, 100 doors or until you talk to 20 people is probably going to take you 2 hours. So segregate 2 hours to do this, preferably in the morning or mid-morning, afternoon. Sometimes people come home for lunch. That's a great time to do the door knocking. Save the morning for your actual phone calls. That's best. So say maybe do it between 11, 12 o'clock or 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock. Get out there into the neighborhood, get away from your office and get some fresh air and door knock. 2 hours on Monday. Number 2, Tuesday, we're going to hit the streets now. That's that neighborhood where you left. The sandwich in the middle, open houses in the middle, and those 2 streets. This is only going to take you an hour, max. You're going to go in there, same script. Okay, you're going to door knock that neighborhood. You're going to say, hey, your neighbor, 1235 fake address, 1 street over, or right there across the street, we're going to be doing an open house this Saturday. It's a special open house. Hope you'll come join us. If you know of anyone, typically a neighbor knows someone who wants to move to the neighborhood. Do you know anyone? 1. Number 2, will you come? Come check out your neighbor's house. Will you come? You want to ask. If they say no, same script. Great, no problem. Just, if you change your mind or if you hear of anyone wanting to move in the neighborhood, send them over there. We'll be there. By the way, do you know of anyone that wants to buy or sell? Okay, they say yes. Oh, excellent. Look forward to seeing you over there. By the way, let me do this. I'm going to text you my number real quick. Text you my number. Let me know if anyone wants to see it, and if so, I'll give them a free preview of the property. I'll just take them over there ahead of time. They can see it if you hear of anyone. Just reach out to me. You can give them a business card, but the reason why I like to, text them my phone number is because by texting them my number, I now have their number. And then I can follow up with them, say Saturday morning, and remind them about the open house. Works. If you don't get their contact, how are you supposed to keep in touch with them? So try to have that conversation with them enough to where, and it will, the little script just gets things started. Usually from there, it's going to turn into a much better conversation. Eventually you get their contact info and you can give them an actual invite on Saturday over there. So it works really good. All right, so now what are we going to do on Wednesday? Because remember, our ideal client is what? So what were we focusing on a second ago on Monday and Tuesday? We were focusing on mainly sellers because we're going to find out who wants to sell in the neighborhood, but also buyers. Who do you know that might want to move in the neighborhoods? Because your ideal client's almost both there, but more sellers, because you're going to find who's looking to sell in the neighborhood. They want to know what their house is worth. It's a great opportunity for you to value the home. Maybe that's the one thing you do keep in your pocket is an evaluation. And that way you can kind of show them this is what the neighborhood's selling for. All right, so number 3, what's our ideal client on number 3? My suggestion is for sale by owner and expireds, and this is solely for listings. So look for for sale by owners and expireds somewhere within a mile, all right, within a mile, and see how many you can go door knock using the same script, slightly changed. The script is this. We're going to be doing an open house. I know at one point in time you had yours on there, so I don't know if you want to see what your neighborhood's been selling for, get a little inside look at it. I know you had yours on the market before, so come on by. Any chance you can make it this Saturday, 1 to 3? Because as soon as you say you're a realtor, a lot of times expireds will just shut the door in your face. It happens. It's okay. But if you have a reason to door knock that expired listing and say, hey, we're just inviting you. You might want to see what the neighborhood's selling for now. You might actually see how many people are coming into it, because I'm expecting a lot of people. Sometimes it doesn't happen, but I'm expecting a lot because I do a ton of work. I've been door knocking every neighborhood around here. I hit 20 yesterday on Monday. I talked to 20 people on Monday around the neighborhood. I talked to 15 people yesterday. I'm already up to 35 people in the neighborhood, so we're expecting a pretty decent invite of people, a pretty decent group of people coming through. So maybe you come check it out as well and kind of see, what's going on, what your neighbor's house looks like. Will you come? Same script. If they say no, well, if you hear of anyone looking to buy, sell, please, send them our way. We'd love to talk to them. By the way, do you know of anyone? Go from there. How about for sale by owners? Almost the same script. The only difference is, hey, I know your house is on the market. We've got an open house we're going to do over here. I don't know if you want to do one on the same day. I can kind of send some people your way. You can send them my way. I've been doing tons of door knocking around these neighborhoods the last 2 days and today. So far, I've invited about 30, 40 people into the open house. So I could maybe send some people your way if you want to do an open house on the same day. Or if not, would you be able to come visit? You want to come check it out and see what your competition is? What an easy way to talk to a for sale by owner, right? So you're saving that script for Wednesday. For sale by owners and expireds on Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to be calling. This is where you don't get out of the office. You sit in the office and you call everybody you know. This is your sphere of influence, your SOI or COI, circle of influence. You want to call everybody and invite everybody you know, your sphere of influence, to this open house, right? And then it's almost the same script. Hey, do you know of anyone looking to buy or sell or maybe invest in some real estate? And send them my way. Do you know of anyone? Hey, we're doing a special open house. I wanted to invite my friends and family. Will you be able to make it? It's over on this address. Invite everybody you know. Guys, don't be afraid to call your people and invite them, because they honestly, you may feel like you're bugging your people, but you're not. Your people would be really upset if they really wanted this house and they've been looking at it and you didn't, the realtor in their life, didn't call them to tell them about it. Shame on you. You should be calling them, your SOI, and telling them about it, okay? So that happens. You should easily hit 20 conversations, okay? Because SOI is huge. You should be hitting 20 conversations a day. All right. And then new people. Look for new people that you can invite on social media, and maybe try to find 5 new people you haven't talked to in a long time and give them an invite. Direct messages. Okay. You've got to be vocal. You got to talk to people in real estate. This is definitely not a non-contact sport. You got to contact people. So now we got our SOI coming. All right. What about Friday? Friday is a vendor day. That's where you sit on the phone, you invite all the lenders you know, escrow officers you know, handyman, contractors, anyone, you name it, to come check out this open house. And then ask them, by the way, who do you know? By the way, I'd like to recommend you to some people. Are you okay with that? I'd like to reciprocate that though. Can you recommend me? This is your opportunity to call your vendors and give them an invite. I don't know if you've added this up so far, but we've probably talked to close to 50 to 60 people with 1 week using the open house as the excuse. So an open house is one of the most primary things that you should be doing every week in your business. And if you did it every week in your business and you did it just like this, think about the potential of how many new relationships you're going to be creating, new people you're going to be helping and serving in the community, new homes you're going to be listing for them and helping them through some difficult times in their life or an exciting time in their life of moving up to a new home. It's what you do. It's an amazing opportunity we have to serve the community. And I highly suggest that you take the time and make sure you make open houses a huge part of your real estate business. But don't just put a sign out front, post it online, and pray that people show up. You gotta go to work every day and spend time telling people about this big event that you're doing this weekend.